I am the voice of God. And anyone who doesn't like it will be hewn down.
On September 11th, 1857, in an unspoiled valley of the Utah Territory, and in the name of God, 120 men, women, and children were savagely murdered.
Mormons, do your duty!
A lady named Carol Shutter started talking about the Mountain Meadow Massacre, of which I'd never heard of. And I started doing a little bit of research on it. It occurred to me that this was an event that not many people had heard of.
It was a historic event.
The Mountain Meadows Massacre was a crime against humanity.
It's one of the most important historical events in the history of America's westward expansion.
A very dark day in history.
The Mountain Meadow Massacre was the biggest example of terrorism, domestic terrorism, that this nation had ever seen.
A massacre at Mountain Meadows. It's a huge story, a historical classic.
Someone is finally telling the truth. People will have to find out more about it.
I'm comfortable that historically this movie is as accurate as you would want a theatrical movie to be.
Welcome to the set of September Dawn. I'm John Voight.
This is a love story.
Well, I like that.
Set in the world of religious fanaticism.
I'm the bishop of the church, the general of the local militia, and the mayor, all rolled into one.
It takes place in the West, but it's not your cattle rustling, traditional Western movie.
We thank you for delivering the Gentiles into our hand. But the story is a historically documented massacre that took place in 1857.
It isn't safe, and I think we should move on.
It's a love story. It's like Romeo and Juliet framed within this historical event.
I will still rule this people until God himself permits another to take my place.
I'm playing a character called Brigham Young, who's one of the leading lights of the early Mormon community.
We have no pass to go through our country. No man has right to go through our lands without a pass. The character I play is Jacob Samuelson. Some of the characters are real characters speaking words that they have said. Other characters, like mine, is an amalgam of several different characters.
These are your orders from President Haight?
And I play John D. Lee. John D. Lee is the adopted son of Brigham Young. He's quite an interesting character because, in truth, John D. Lee was completely reluctant to lead the militia into this slaughter.
I'm John D. Lee, Indian Commissioner for this district. We have got the Indians under control.
John Voight, he's one of the great actors of our time because he will give you 100% every day, every time.
We got really lucky. Christopher put together a cast that he had a feel for.
Tamara's just, this is an angelic woman, she is so perfect for this.
Trent is insanely intelligent.
I was excited to meet Johnny Voight because I can't remember having met him before, and I kind of love the stuff he does.
The charisma will come from the young people. I'm the workhorse. Also, Terrence Stamp is going to be a workhorse. So we're going to set the stage for them to have this platform on which to express this love story.
I love you, and I want you to marry me.
Chris Kane, as a director, he's a really steady hand. He really inspires confidence in everybody, and that's a very important thing for a director to have.
I would give up my life for you.
I read it and it just blew me away, and I couldn't think of any other project but this one. Chris, I believe, wrote it to direct it. It's so well thought out. Every shot is artistic.
I couldn't have made this movie with a studio. I've shot scenes in this movie that I think are unusual in their cinematic value, and I think they're unusual in what they say in the scenes. Never would have been accepted at a studio level.
Chris has a wonderful eye for people. He really, I think he's very intuitive, and with casting of everybody, I think he saw what he wanted and made the right choices right away.
I can't imagine any part of this film that's probably going to hit the cutting room floor. Chris is very precise and he knows exactly what he wants.
They would say, shed my blood that I may be saved and exalted with the gods.
Jehovah created me to be your God on earth.
These people are different. I find them interesting.
We have a duty to perform. It is a duty we owe to God. Tell me what's happening.
It's too late for everybody. It started. It's too late.
Do you think he's God on earth? No! They're not innocent.
We take a solemn oath to never discuss this, even among ourselves.